Hi everyone, thanks for tuning in. Today I'm guided by the universe to read into Canada economy from the year of 2024 to the year of 2027. And I apologize for the fact that every time I have to pause myself to think about the numbers because I'm easily messed up with numbers so far. So I every time I have to really think about, okay, what is this number? Anyway, um, so these four cards are actually representing each year from the year of 2024 into 2027. So this year, Two of Cups, it is about collaboration, cooperation, partnership. So this year, the Canadian economy has the support from partners. The economy is heavily focused on partnering up with other nations, or even within the country itself. There are lots of partnerships going on that that generate the economic impact for the country. So this year is not a year um, to just do it alone. So I believe that there are partnerships that you are already aware of, which I don't know because I don't watch the news much. So anyway, if you're very into politics and economy, you know what I mean. Okay, but perhaps maybe not, because as far as we know, we don't always know everything. The news, they don't always tell us everything, right? So anyway, this is just about the energy. The year of 2025, Two of Wands energy. Two of Wands energy is I still think it is a positive energy, um, because this represents a place, a person, or country, or the economy itself. It has the ability to make a choice. It has to make a choice because Two of Wands is about making choice, and making choices. Uh, there are some things that um, need to be considered on a global level for the Canadian economy. So that's why for the Two of Wands energy, this person is looking at the globe, looking at the entire earth, and trying to figure out what is the best for the Canadian economy, which part of the world will need the resources from Canada. So this is the vibe for next year for the economy of Canada. But at the same time, the Two of Wands energy is also telling us that uh, there might be reasons to make choices. And are the reasons good or bad? I can't tell with this spread, but I know there is a need to make a choice, and there is a need to pause and think about what's next. Later, I will be tapping into the Celtic spread for each year, and then we'll know more. 2026, Page of Swords. So some kind of problems coming ahead for the Canadian economy, and there is the moment of truth uh, that can be alarming, because Page of Swords, on the good side, it is about uncovering the truth of a situation, which is kind of usually not in a very favorable or happy way. Uh, it is a very logical situation that requires our attentions, about what is going wrong. So Page of Swords, I can say that in the year of 2026, it can be a difficult year for the Canadian economy because uh, people have to wake up about some of the truths that might be covered up before. Maybe some plans they don't play out as as we hope. So Page of Swords is a problematic situation. The year of 2027, the devil energy, restrictions. Um, Sometimes the devil can mean disease, um, also, but mainly a situation where it feels restricted. So I don't think 2027 is a good year for Canadian economy because there are things to be dealt with, and it's not easy to deal with because there are limitations for expansion, limitations in partnerships, limitations in the economy. Um, Also, it is also about manipulation. So, what can manipulate the economy? That's the point. So, without further ado, let we let us dive into the Celtic spread. This is the Celtic spread for the year of 2024 Canadian economy. I think I did the economy spread for this year already, but um, I'll do the updated one because I want to see the correlation um, among this year, next year, I mean the upcoming 4 years. I want to see the correlation. So that's why I include this year. So Knight of Cups energy before this year, I think Canada, the Canadian economy is trying to invite investors, invite businesses. Knight of Cups usually mean um, invitations, that kind of thing. Right now, the Sun card is very auspicious. It is about the clarity. It is also about partnerships. Um, but the Star card crossing the Sun card can mean some kind of uh, maybe the Canadian economy or the people who are handling Canada economy, they might have some kind of wishes they want to fulfill. Um, Somehow those wishes might come into the way and create some problems for the economy itself. Even though right now there's the clarity, there's the blessings, but they are trying. Someone, I feel like someone is trying to do more and trying to manifest something they really want to manifest. But because this is on a position that is crossing the Sun card, so I feel like there are partnerships that are working fine, but because of somebody's wishes, um, that can actually negatively impact the current partnerships because some of the current partners they will feel like, oh wow, right now maybe the Canadians they want something more than we can give. Um, so are we still gonna be partnering up or not? So that is something that has to be paid attention to. Uh, which is having hopes and wishes that are not reasonable for some partnerships that are working fine right now. Um, Ace of Wands at the top of the spread means the removal of obstacles, the new beginning, new ideas. Um, Perhaps there is a new way to create income for the Canada economy. I don't know what is that, but there is some type of new beginning. Yeah, but the new beginning takes time. It takes time to cultivate in order to manifest wealth. Um, something is in the early stage, but the devil energy at the bottom, it tells us that there are restrictions about the Canadian economy. So something is not going right. Um, at the bottom, at the bottom of everything, something is not going right. But because it is at the bottom, so not everybody knows about it. Maybe on the surface, it's okay, but at the bottom, it's actually not okay because that it involves manipulations, it involves addictions. Uh, Maybe there are some components in the Canadian economy that have to be removed in order to be healthy. But then, because there can be some kind of restrictive situation that can be, corruption, maybe some, manipulative partnerships that are in play, um, that are related to the economy. And unfortunately, that is the foundation of the economy of Canada this year. So it's hard to break away from the situation. Um, but anyway, the Knight of Pentacles in the upcoming future, it means that things will be slow, and maybe some of you might consider that as stagnated, because Knight of Pentacles is not a fast moving energy. It is steady, but it is also very slow. Um, the good thing is it is solid. It is not too much about it's not too much about fluidity. It is solid. Five of Cups at the bottom of the spread means that there are disappointments. Um, Maybe the government promises the economic growth is not going to happen. Um, Collectively, there might be disappointments about the economy. Queen of Cups. So because of the disappointments, I think there are many Canadians who are feeling emotional about the situation. So I do believe that the the economy of Canada has a tremendous impact to its people, to the Canadians. So they feel like emotional, sometimes maybe not very stable on an emotional level because there is the insecurity somehow. Um, because Queen of Cups energy is not about stability, it is about feelings and feeling emotional. And this can be a threat because when we're talking about economy, it's better to be practical and not overly emotional. Because when we get overly emotional, we can make wrong choices, right? So we don't want to invite unwanted partnerships that are manipulative. Regardless of whatever situations we are in. So this is something that Canada has to be really, really be careful about, which is not to be overwhelmed by the emotions and the ambitions, because the terms and conditions have to be uh, have to be good for its people and good for the values of the country, right? It's not only about profits, because if we only look at the profits, it's not gonna end well, because if we make deals with those partners who are not aligned with our values, then even though you probably will feel like, oh, we're getting some money, we're getting the improvement we are hoping for, but you know what, long term it's gonna backfire. It's gonna backfire if there is no true respect in each other's value system. Then the money is temporary, and it can backfire somehow. So the shortcoming for this year for Canadian economy is, there's a tendency to partner up with the wrong partners. So uh, it is it can have implication on a long term uh, situation. Seven of Cups in this spread means that uh, it's kind of, sometimes the economy is lacking in the concrete direction, because Seven of Cups means a person has a lot of ambitions, but they don't know where to start, because everything seems possible. So, but everything seems possible, but lacking a very concrete support to manifest. So that's why the person feels like they have all the options on the table, but they don't know how to act on it. So, Page of Wands at the end of the spread means jobs, job opportunities. Um, Maybe somehow some areas might create more jobs in Canada. Page of Wands energy is also about um, rural area that is very dry. So for this, I am not 100% sure, because uh, I don't know if Canada has any places that are very dry, because usually I would think about, oh, the snow and all the water. And can this be economic relationships with places that can be very dry? I think it's possible. Um, Somehow, it's also possible that the economy of Canada is trying to create as much job as possible. They might feel like they need to create more jobs. Um, but if they are aiming to create more jobs, I wonder if they are doing it in the right way. Sometimes we can't create something for the sake of creating it. It has to be created in a way that is sustainable. So there might be situations where more jobs are being available for the Canadians, but then at the same time, um, there's something going on that is beneath the surface. So on the surface, it looks like it's gonna be okay, but underneath, it looks like there are some problems. So yeah, this is the year of 2024. Um, I think the job opportunities can be a huge matter for Canada this year. So people will either feel like they don't get enough jobs within the country, or maybe they feel like the uh, jobs availability are strengthening, so more jobs are available for the citizens right now. No matter what, I feel like the job situation, job opportunities they will be in the news for Canada this year, especially for you know, for its economy. The jobs will play a huge role for Canadians' economy this year. So the year of 2024, the year of 2025. Um, First of all, chariot. Chariot means usually it means carefully making a decision uh, that can lead to both directions. Uh, is not only one direction, but it is more than one directions. Um, so I remember that for the year of 2025 is about the time that they need to make a choice. So yeah, I believe that there will be a choice being made. The chariot can also mean um, literally. I'm sorry about the noise. I just have to turn on my car. The chariot can mean automotive industry. So I don't know if there is the booming auto industry in Canada. Are there more cars going to be made in Canada? It's possible. But in the year of 2025, magician energy is something that is concerning because magician energy is about creating something out of nothing. So sometimes it can be very clever. It can be very surprising because we would not expect something to happen in such an amazing way out of the blue. But then it can also be a trickster energy. So there is, a certain dishonesty that will happen in 2025. Page of Wands crossing it though. So whatever the jobs being created in the year of 2024, they are crossing the energy of the magician. So I believe that whatever that is being accomplished by the Canadian economy in the year of 2024, somehow in the year of 2025, it will actually becoming a reason that reveal the trickster's energy. So I feel like the jobs that are being created in the year of 2024, maybe they are created for reasons that are not very concrete. And even though the jobs are being created, there are some problems also created at the same time, because there are people who are not being honest about the situation and there are manipulations. So these jobs, even though being created in the year of 2024, in the year of 2025, and then there will be problems coming to a head that are related to these jobs. And I have to say, Page of Wands can also mean people who are younger, the younger generations who are, entering getting the job. I lost my word. Whatever. Entering the market to get a job. Okay, so that's what I want to say. Anyway, those people might be realizing some of the problems in the economy, and they possibly in next year they will voice out this about the situation. Queen of Pentacles at the top of this spread means that in the year of 2024, the economy is kind of shifting towards wanting to be self-circulating. So the year of 2024 is a lot about partnerships, but the year of 2025 is more about taking care of their own business. So there is a tendency to, provide themselves and then deal with themselves without too much interactions with the outside world. Because the Queen of Pentacles wants to be secured financially within their boundaries, but not necessarily wanting to expand outside of the boundaries. High Priestess at the base of this spread, though. High Priestess usually is about secretive dealings. On a physical level, this can be a person who might be a female and can be very wise, but at the same time has a lot of secrets. Well, on the good side, the High Priestess does not tell the truth because they know the consequences will not be totally good. But on the negative side, the High Priestess can also be very manipulative because they know the secrets, but they decided to hide it. Even though they have very good reasons to hide it, does it mean it's gonna be good for the economy? Probably not. King of Swords energy for the upcoming future in the year of 2025. Something has to be very scientifically resolved. So there is a shift of energy from the year of 2024. The year of 2024 is kind of emotional for the Canadian economy, and then they're gonna make some choices or decisions that might be kind of tricky and problematic. And then in the year of 2025, some problems will come to a head, and I don't think it will totally enter a state of chaos, but there will be clues that are related to the problems, and then they will start surfacing. And that's why the King of Swords energy is there to try to attempt to solve the problems in a very scientific way. Ten of Pentacles at the bottom of the spread. Money, resources. The money, the currency, they will be in the focus in the year of 2025 for Canada economy. Two of Wands after Ten of Pentacles. So I feel like there will be a decision in 2025 for the Canadian economy about the currency itself, and can that be related to the reserved currency? Is it related to the US dollar? Probably. That is possible. They have to make decisions about a financial situation, a currency situation. They have to make a choice. Then somehow they will gain the clarity. Yeah, in the year of 2025, there will be clarity of some part of the Canadian economy. There will be some clarity. However, Four of Cups energy at the end of this spread means that in the year even at the end of the 2025, the Canadian economy is not um, it will not get to a very concrete direction immediately because they feel like they have the options to choose where to go. So Four of Cups energy is about dissatisfaction. The good side is there's no urgency to make a choice, but the negative side is it might be missing out some opportunities because of indecision, because they feel like they have the options and they don't feel like they have to settle um, with one direction or whatever. So yeah, I do believe that the year of 2025 is not too bad for Canadian economy, but I do believe that the secretive dealings are there, and they are still the roots of the Canadian economy. The year of 2026, 10 of Wands at the beginning means that um, probably in the year of 2025, the Canadian economy has some pressure and uh, is trying to do a lot of things by itself. So, because I believe that the year of 2025 is not there won't be too much collaborations on an economic level. So that's why the Ten of Wands is kind of confirming that uh, most of the economy will be within the country, and um, there's a tendency to do everything within the country. Nine of Cups, there will be huge dreams and wishes. Um, Something very good is happening. Some wishes are like coming true for the Canadian economy in the year of 2026. But I still think there are problems. Uh, so in the year of 2026, there will be some very good news for the Canadian economy. Um, but Nine of Pentacles crossing Nine of Cups, there's a tendency to be self-reliant, and also about financial gains. So I'm not sure if this is about well, there can be two scenarios. The first scenario is the tendency to be self-reliant is very strong, and for an economy it can be both good and bad, because sometimes economy needs partnerships. um, then that can be negative for partnerships. The positive side is, since the economy is trying to circulate everything within the country or attempting to do so, um, it's gonna strengthen uh, you know the ability to circulate and to create prosperity within boundary. Um, so I feel like this can make or break a situation. Um, but seems like there is a need to rely on themselves for the Canadian economy. Yeah, Four of Swords um, above the, I mean, at the top of the spread. It means that seems like there are conflicts, um, but the Canadian economy does not want to involve in some conflicts. So they're gonna sit this one out. That kind of vibe. They're not gonna be involved with some very risky situation. They don't want to get into problems. The Fall of Swords energy is also about making peace with the situation. Um, it can also be because the previous year is kind of stressful, so the economy is trying to readjust itself. Um, it's kind of cooling down. There's a cooling down effect in the year of 2026. Queen of Cups at the bottom of the spread. I'm starting to feel like maybe the Queen of Cups energy can be someone who is a female and who is very involved with Canadian finances and economy. Uh, she might be already in power right now. If she's not in power right now, maybe she's gonna be in power next year, from the year of 2025 onwards, and uh, the decisions that she'll be making uh, will, I can only say, will have consequences. Because if there is such a person, then this person can be overly emotional when making their choices. So that can be a problem. Because economy, um, if we treat economy in a very psychic way and also very emotional way, I I don't know if it's gonna work out fine. So I think there are people who are using a lot of intuition and sometimes emotional energy in order to deal with the Canadian economy. But the problem is I don't think emotional energy is good for a country's economy development. Um, unless unless the economy is running on a very emotional basis, which I don't know if Canada is actually that type. I think there are other countries that can, that can utilize that type of energy. But as far as I know, Canada is not that type. So this can be happening because of some particular people who who are very influential in the economy. Anyway, Eight of Swords energy in the upcoming timing means that um, there is restriction coming ahead in the year of 2026. There's also the fear and interferences. Six of Wands energy at the bottom of the spread. I feel like there's an alliance. So someone is leading the other two. I wonder if this is about the. Well, I'm, I'm sorry. I'm still having the old terms. The old name. I don't know what's the new name. But anyway, previously there was the NAFTA, right? North America, North American, uh, I forgot the whole thing, but NAFTA, it was the previous version. It was like a treaty between Canada, US, and Mexico, something like that. So I feel like um, in the year of 2026, somehow there will be the alliance, but at the same time, there is the contradictory side of the situation because the Canadian economy will want to circulate itself, but on the surface, it might look like um, there are collaborations with the other nations. Justice after the Six of Wands. That means the collaborations require recalibration, readjustment. So there is the need to balance a situation. Maybe the terms and conditions in some partnerships uh, have to be readjusted. Just the string card after justice. It means that there is a delicate situation um, that the Canadian economy will try to temper it. Um, to tame the situation. So, Queen of Wands at the end of this spread means that there is the creativity um, to create and to nurture, um, creative, creatively nurture the economy itself. So, I believe that there will be adjustments in partnerships in regards to the economy in Canada in the year of 2026. And there will be some very creative solutions that will play out on that year. But the problem is there will be limitations also coming up. But I do believe that the terms and conditions in some kind of partnerships, they need to be changed in the year of 2026. The year of 2027. Nine of Swords at the beginning means that the year of 2026, there were already problems for the Canadian economy, and that will create a lot of worries. Ace of Cups, um, some kind of emotional effect uh, will have impact for the Canadian economy in the year of 2027. There'll be situations where people feel emotional about, but at the same time, the fourth swords energy is the Canada doesn't want to get into the cat fight. There might be problems in some alliances, and they want to sit this one out. They don't want to be involved in some kind of conflicts, but probably um, it's going to be challenging if they want to get out of a situation. The Empress energy at the top of the spread means that harvest, sometimes it can mean agriculture. Um, so the economy might be heavily involved with agriculture. Also, the beauty, uh, artistic endeavors. So those kind of things will work pretty well. The industries that are related to Venus, the Taurus energy, uh, which is about agriculture, beauty, um, artistic endeavors. Those will be prominent for Canadian economy in the year of 2027. The bottom is Queen of Pentacles. Um, I believe that the Canadian economy is trying very hard to circulate itself. And by the year of 2027, I feel like there will be a major completion of some sort. Um, and it is part of the process to circulate and rely on itself, but not so much about um, partnering up. Knight of Pentacles, things will go slow. I feel like uh, Canadians are very patient about the situation, or they actually have to be very patient because uh, there's more than one time in this read that I feel like things are gonna be slow. In the year of 2027, it's still gonna be slow. But there will be a major transformation because the Wheel of Fortune energy, usually it means that something didn't work before, it suddenly worked. On the other hand, something worked very well before, it will change and it will no longer work. So for the Canadian economy, the year of 2027 will be a turning point because there is the change of foundation and also the core components of the Canadian economy will be changed in the year of 2027. And from the outside world, they will see that as a destruction, a disruption, also an ending for Canadian economy. Maybe the Canadian economy has been always relying on certain types of industries to create incomes, certain partnerships to create incomes. But in the year of 2027, those partnerships, those industries, they will come to an end. They will come to an end. Uh, if they are not coming to an end, there's a need for them to transform to another form. The Hierophant after the Death card means usually the Hierophant means being traditional, the old way of thinking. It can also be related to hospitals, doctors, and teachers. So for some reason, I feel like those those career options will be more viable and available in the year of 2027. Maybe there will be more demands for jobs like doctors, teachers. Um, I feel like there will be a renaissance moment in the year of 2027 for the Canadian economy. They probably will return or try to return to very old ways of generating the economy within a country, and they will look back and try to rejuvenate those times. So, um, and I feel like they're gonna be hiring the people within the country, but not so much from the overseas. And this can be part of the, you know, internal circulation type of economy that Canada will sort of going towards. This year of the year of 2024, I still feel like there will be partnerships. But then in the coming 4 years, I believe that there will be some kind of eureka moment. Maybe suddenly people in Canada, they will realize the fact that they have to rely on themselves, and some kind of partnerships they no longer work and they have to change. Um, so and also I feel like the somehow the corruptions and the things that are beneath the surface, they will be revealed in the coming years. Um, and I think it's gonna be it. I think it's gonna be the year of 2025, at least because the year of 2025, something will come to light. So hopefully, those kind of restrictive situation, manipulative situation will come to an end. But it looks like it's gonna take a little bit longer to really overcome those problems. I give it a 4 year period. So anyway, this is the read that I have for the Canadian economy from the year of 2024 to 2027. I hope you enjoy this read, and if you like this read, please. Oh my god, I don't even know what am I talking about. This video is kind of long. Yeah, please like the video if you liked it. Please subscribe if you like the content, and I'll talk to you next time. Take care, and I appreciate your time and participation. Be well.